Website or sales funnel? Which one should you be using with your business? Today we're going to talk about just that. We're going to talk about websites, we're going to talk about funnels, we're going to talk about why you should use them in your business, when you should use them in your business, and maybe when you can use both. And if you stick around to the end, I might show you a little inside treat into what I use to build my websites and my funnels. So when marketing a business online, there's always that question of whether you should be using a website or a sales funnel. Now, I know when I first started my business, that was the biggest question I had. And I started asking around of who could actually build me a website. I already had website design experience, but I wasn't sure what actually was needed for online marketing. My website design experience was from back in my college years, building forum pages and gaming websites and things like that. So I wasn't familiar with what a marketing website or sales funnel would look like. And in reality, most people do believe that they need to pick one or the other, that having both just seems unrealistic. So today we're going to cover both of them, why they're important, why you should be looking at one or the other, and maybe if there's a reason why you should be using both. So first, let's get into websites. Now, I want to show you what a website looks like. Now, before I get into that, real quick, a website is a place where people can learn about you or your business or whatever it is that you're doing. And the best way to go about that is to give them some information. So if we head over to my website here, this is my website. This is what my wife and I use for our business. Now, you can see this is branded to us. It doesn't have a business name. It just has Josh and Katie Schonert. That's our business. We have what I call a family business. And you can see across the top, we have things like recommendations, meet Josh and Katie Schonert, work with us, our blog, things like that. Now I'm going to show you these pages, but I want to show you the home page first. The first thing you see, right, is you see our social buttons up at the top, right? That's our three main platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And you can see we have a nice, professional looking logo here. And you see that the logos aren't the same. And the reason for that is we want to bring that attention to the main page, and especially to this button right here. You can see we've got it where it does things when you float over it. Again, just attention grabbing is all that is. Now, as we go down, we have a little welcome message, a little picture of us smiling that's bright, that's functional. And same thing when you look up top, right? We're all smiling except for my 5-year-old who's being silly. I don't think we got like a really good picture of him in here with us. By himself, he had one. But so we have another bright picture here, a quick little welcome. And you can notice as people scroll down, they immediately see we have something of value to provide. And so we're showcasing a couple things that we're working on right away, right? So we've got our free Facebook group. We've got the podcast that my buddy and I run. And we've got areas that people can go listen to. We've got our main offer. So this is a free book that takes people through a foundational process for email marketing and how to start an online business. And it gives some other things in there as well. And then we have, of course, our footer that has everything else about our website. So this is just a great first page of a website. And if we go into recommendations, this page is literally just, here's what we recommend. Nothing flashy, nothing crazy, just here's a list of the things that we recommend for running an online business. And that's it. This is our Meet Josh and Katie Schonert, and this is a background. Now, there's two ways that you can do a Meet Us page or an About page. And we did a Meet Josh and Katie Schonert because we want this to be a way to showcase us, because we are building that relationship, that know, like, and trust factor. So we want to tell our story. So this page is actually fairly long. This goes through a lot of our story, but you can see, right, I've broken it down into sections. I've made it, kind of go through our life as a whole, how we got into business, what we were doing, things that kind of didn't seem to be right, and then things that changed and how it changed, and things about our future and what's next. And then at the bottom, what we have down here is just a quick little call to action. Now, why do we have this? Well, we have this because we want people to know that we're not just here to say, hey, here we are and whatever. This is a business that we're running, and so we're putting out a coaching call to action and book a discovery call, and we figure out, what somebody might be looking for, okay? And if we go all the way back up, we have a work with us page. So this page here is specifically designed to help people understand what we are doing, what our goal is, and how we help people. And so as we come down on this page, one of the things you'll notice is that we talk about our values. We kind of go into who we're looking for. And again, it's the same picture as what you saw on the main page, right? It's that continuity. We're showing that, this is who we are. We're smiling and enjoying our life. And we talk about things that people don't have to worry about, right? This is just a standard, come work with us. Here's all the things you want. Here's all the things you don't want, okay? And then what we have here is we have our last one, which is our blog. But one thing I will say about that is if I go over there, it's pretty resource intensive, and with me recording, it's just not going to load right because the recording software that I use does kind of take up some resources on my machine, and I don't want to put you through that. So we're not going to go to the blog, but you get the gist of the website, right? So let's talk a little bit about website pros and cons. So the pros of a website is, number one, people get to know you, right? It's versatile. You can do kind of whatever you want with it. You can add a bunch of things to it. You can have multiple pages, and people can just kind of peruse around your website, and you get the opportunity to kind of build that relationship. They can see you. You can put videos on there. You can do whatever you want with it, but it's really to really help brand you or your business, and it's a place to get to know each other. It allows for more of a broad reach too, because having a website like this with multiple pages, and you can have a lot of different keywords in a website, so that way you're ranking on different areas of Google, different searches, things like that. Websites are great for small businesses or people who are branding themselves. And the reason for that is because a website allows you to really build that know, like, and trust without having to get on a call or get into Messenger with somebody. Some of the cons of having a website or putting together a website, number one, is it can take a long time to build, because building all these pages out, I did it myself for me, but some people pay people to do this. And so it can take a while. It can also be costly. I know some people that pay upwards of $5,000 to $10,000 just for a website. Now, I do build websites for small businesses. I don't charge $5,000 or $10,000, but it does still take me some time to put this together for people. And so I do charge for my time. It can also be too much for people if you are just a really small business or a solopreneur. Some people get to your website and they might think that it's just overbearing. In reality, if you're not really going after the bigger fish, you're not really marketing yourself to a bigger community, having a website just might not be the right thing. Now let's talk about sales funnels. Now, sales funnels have been around for as long as I know, and as long as I can go back in history, but they didn't always look like they do today. And a sales funnel, a lot of times, it just looks like a website, but it's very small, it's very quick, and it kind of has more of a forward motion to it, like real linear. So if you're going through a sales funnel, a lot of times you're going to just keep going the same direction. So I'm going to show you an example of a sales funnel right now. So here is what I call my social funnel. This is a sales funnel, okay? So when people go to my social platforms and they click on any of my links, they're gonna see this page. Now you're gonna see this is very different from a website. There's no header across the top. I mean, it kind of is, but it's more just my name, a picture of me speaking, and what I'm providing to people right away on the page. There is no fluff here. It is just, this is what I can help you do. So example, learn the fastest, most simple, and least expensive way to step into an immediately profitable business online. And that's it. And there's a button to get started. And what I've done with this one as well is more on the page. You can see that there's my YouTube channel, there's my Facebook group, there's my link to my podcast, there's a link to the social channels that I'm on. And then here's just a few things of like tools that I use to build my income, right? And so this is just a single page landing page for a funnel. And if someone clicks on any of those, it takes them there. But I'm going to show you what happens when they click on this click here to get started. and you're going to see this pop up, and it's enter your name and email address for instant access. Now you'll notice on my website, that main button I have up there, that actually does really have a pop-up behind it to get people signed up to my newsletter. Pop-ups are great because it takes the focus right into the pop-up. You notice how it dimmed the screen around it, made the pop-up nice and bright. So that's a great focus on this. So when they put in their name and email, that takes them over to this page. And this page is where I have a video that I greet them. And then when they go down, they have a button to get started. But then if they want to learn more, check this out, right? So I've got some testimonials. And then also here's a little bit of my story. And this is just and I say it's a short story. Some people say it's long. I'm a long form content writer. I write a blog and things like that. But you notice I'm doing my story next to all of the testimonials. And then at the bottom, here's the click here to start. And then again, my socials. Now, why am I doing the socials on both pages? And why do I have 2 buttons? And why do I have so much text? It's a flow, right? Like I said, it's linear. You're taking them through a process. So right away, I struggled to find a profitable online business in a supportive community, and now you don't have to. So I'm taking that pain away from people, and they come through and they go through this, right? With a sales funnel, after this page, what it's going to do is it's going to take them to the next page, which is the actual sales page. So you had your landing page. I call this a bridge page, and then this next one that's coming up right now. And so this is the actual sales page. And this is kind of where it's providing some additional information for the page itself and the product, and just going more in depth in what we're offering. So let's talk about some pros and cons. Pros about a sales funnel: it's simple, it's quick. You can get them set up pretty easy. That was only 3 pages. Yes, there's some text and things on there, but it really isn't a whole lot, right? It's just a little bit there to be able to get you from page to page, tell a little bit of a story, and keep moving on. You can get the message across quickly. It's great for quick turnaround and conversions. And it's basically what every business uses these days. And on top of that, it's way less expensive than putting together a website. Now, I do know some people that charge a lot for funnels, but most people don't charge nearly as much to put together 2 or 3 pages versus a whole website. So when we're thinking about the cons to a sales funnel, there's a few. I mean, just like a website, there's a downside to just having a sales funnel. So a lot of times people see sales funnels as just one-trick ponies, right? Like just you're doing one thing with it. And so it's not really versatile. It can seem kind of salesy. You know, it seems like high pressure because you're trying to push people through a process. And you don't have to be pushy with them. You can be a little bit more open, but in general, a sales funnel is to make the sale. And in reality, sales funnels have become a very well-known marketing tactic, especially in the online world. The hardest part about it is that people are going to pick up on what's going on, especially they put in their name and email, they go to the next page, they buy something and they immediately get some sort of upsell or something like that. They're just going to pick up on the fact it's a sales funnel, and they may just kind of bounce out because of it. And lastly, you don't have the opportunity to build it kind of like a full website. I mean, you could, but if you put too many things on a sales funnel and you give people ways to click away from it, you're hurting yourself in that process. So it's not really going to be as versatile as a full-fledged website. So what are some reasons why you would use a website? Well, if your business needs to provide some way to get to know you, to be able to really build that relationship, that's a really good opportunity to build out a website and have something like what I showed you earlier. As far as a sales funnel, it's really when you're marketing a product or somebody else's product, or you're marketing a service, and you just want people to go through a process to get through that service. So maybe a good example is on the first page of our website, you know, when I showed you that we have a button there to get a free ebook, that leads to a sales funnel. So the question comes to is, well, when can I use both? Whenever you want, really. If you want people to know you for you and you want to have a face behind your sales message, you're going to get some good luck having a website that leads people into different sales funnels. Remember that recommendations page that I showed you? Every single one of those links is some sort of sales funnel. It either takes them right to a product, or it goes through a funnel process and captures their information and goes from there. So There's a lot more to it, and you can utilize them both together, and it can be really lucrative. So the big question that always comes up is it necessary to use both? No, it is not necessary to use both. I know plenty of people who have literally built a 7 or even 8-figure affiliate empire without a website, just sales funnels. They're using multiple sales funnels, and they might have a landing page with a bunch of different buttons that take you different places like beacons or Linktree, things like that. But in reality, they don't even need a website if they don't want to. So in the beginning, I talked about the possibility of learning how you can have an easy way to do both in one platform. And so I'm going to tell you right away, there is a link down that's going to be in the pinned comments. It's also in the description, and it does go through the process of showing, what you can do to set this up. It is also an affiliate product. So not only do you get the opportunity to build a website and build a funnel, but you also can be an affiliate for it for 80% commissions. Now, it is not ClickFunnels, it is not Groove, it is not Builderall. This is actually called the HBA Funnel Builder. It is serviced by a company called the Home Business Academy, and they run this funnel builder software and allow us to share it out to people and help them build their platforms. And it's only $25 a month. And you get unlimited pages, unlimited funnels, you can have multiple domains, and it just works out really well. Now, do you need multiple domains? No, you really don't. But can you have them? Yes, you can. So I'm gonna just bring my screen up real quick and show you a quick little overview of what this does. And let me just say that this is not a walkthrough. This is just a quick overview to show you. I'm gonna move myself out of the way completely and just talk over this for you, so that way you can see the builder and then you can make a determination from there. So this is the builder itself, right? You can see as I'm hovering my mouse over, there's the different elements. These are different columns that I split this apart so I could get the button in this right spot. Just things, it's a snap builder is what we call, so everything goes into place. And you can see as we click on the widgets over here, there's a whole bunch of different things that you can use. I mean, quiz and surveys, member registrations, bookings, stores, galleries, sliders, video, audio, social media bars, progress bars, menus. There's so many things here that are available. We also do have unlimited pages. So you can see as I load this up, you're going to see a list of all the pages that I have. And you can see I'm using this main funnel as my website, I have some walkthroughs that I did here. I've got some different sites here that I've done. And then I also have some other testing pages that I'm working with. But when I go and add a new step, we have pages, pop-ups, section labels, things like that. And you can see all of these categories are templates. And you can see we have some of them set up here. And then we have some of them like thank you and bridge pages. Here we have stuff if you're giving away a book. You can click on this and there's different ways to give away a book. We have even some of the all-in-one digital business. We have pages built out for people if they don't want to build their own right away. And so there are different things that we can do with this builder. And what's great is you can see that even at the top, it's basically built like a funnel builder, but we build websites behind it. And so if I click the next arrow, which would be the next step in the funnel, you'll notice that this is going to pull up and be my recommendations page. And so there it is. And so this is the builder that we use. It's $25 a month. You can see that it's got my domain listed up here. And you can also see that the first two here are my domains. And then these other funnels are ones that I'm an admin of. So this is a really unique feature that I know only a few other companies that utilize, but you can actually help people by being an admin of their builder. And then you can, if they have problems, you can just pop in and say, okay, yeah, let me fix that for you or whatever. So some of my website clients have taken advantage of that. And so in a good way. And so they have allowed me to be an admin of their funnel builder. So that way, if they need something done, I don't have to ask them for their login or have them get on with me. They can just say, hey, can you go update this picture on page 2? And I go, sure. And I pop in there, go to page 2, update the picture, and I'm done. I can do it much quicker than getting on a call and doing all this, and I can send them a message and say, yep, it's all done, ready to go. So that's all we've got for you today. I hope it was valuable. If you found value in this and you learned something, give me a like below, leave me a comment, share this out to people who you think could be value with, and please subscribe so you can get more of this content in the future. I'm putting out much more of this kind of stuff and just really trying to help people with online marketing strategies. I do focus a lot on email marketing, affiliate marketing, automation, and website design and things like that. And so I will be putting out some more ideas in different ways to design around the website. And so look out for that, but subscribe and we'll be able to see you on the next video.